Good evening, guys. I missed you guys, and welcome to another rendition of Ooh, You Fat. And fat meanings powerful, humble, ambitious, and talented. I'm so excited to talk to the guest that I have on today, Dr. Janelle Simmons. She is a phenomenal woman, and I cannot wait to hear all that she has to say. I don't really want to let her in until some people start viewing us. I know we are right on time. So before, as I let people in and as people start to watch, I just want to say thank you guys for staying with me. This is, I think, my fifth or sixth show. As we continue to grow, I just hope to introduce you guys to lots and lots more of my Ooh You Fat friends. A little bit of housekeeping. Of course, we have our virtual toy party April 22nd, and we hop into May. Could you believe it? We're almost halfway through the year. May is our Mother's Day month. We're gonna have two amazing women on for Mother's Day during the month of May. So definitely look forward to that. And with further ado, let's officially introduce Dr. Janelle Simmons and her intro video. Cue 1, 2, and
Ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I need her in my life.
And there is my intro, Dr. Janelle Simmons.
I'm impressed. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Listen, I'm getting very hands-on. I do everything myself. So this is a learning process for me. So I want my guests to feel loved and special. So I kind of want to, put together that little video for you to show you how much we care for you here at Ooh You Fat. So I just want you could take your time and introduce yourself to all my Ooh You Fat friends.
Well, I am Dr. Janelle Simmons, also known as the Curvy Doc. I am an author. So my book, Waste is Not Equal Worth, Curvy Doc's Guide to Positive Self-Esteem, basically gives some tips on journey to self-love. I am also a pageant queen, so I compete in pageants. I'm now directing a pageant. I write for Queen Size Magazine as one of the lifestyle editors. I am in the sorority. So you saw in the video, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I'm originally from New York. My family's also from Trinidad. Currently living in North Kakalaki. So I'm in North Carolina right now. But I'm still, a New York girl with island flavor.
Yeah.
So
yes.
That's me.
New York. But today happens to be, and this was not planned because I didn't even know today was International or National Pageantry Day. I didn't even know that. So we are so honored to have a queen on this day, and she is hot. When I tell you hot off of, participating in the National Sorority Pageant, right?
Mm-hmm. So I had crowned my successor at the National Sorority Pageant, but I also competed in the Prevailing Queens Pageant, which was the evening before that one, which were for past queens of that particular pageant system, Royal Productions.
Nice.
So it was a busy few days. So I just got back from Atlanta on Easter Sunday.
Right. And I saw you post a picture on Facebook that you had a boot on your foot. So you did. Actually competed with the boot on your foot?
I did. And actually I did pretty well. Had I not had the boot, I probably
would have turned it out.
Probably would have turned it out. But yes, I got tendonitis and I was told I had to wear this boot for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, are you serious?
Wow.
But they said, I could still compete with my shoes. I maybe have some discomfort. But, I really figured, let me play it safe. you know,
Yeah,
I'm
your
just
health is first. Health
my
is
health is
always
good,
first.
and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm just gonna compete in the boot, and it worked out. In my evening gown, I didn't even have my boot on. I went barefoot, honestly, because the boot was actually the Velcro on the boot was like clinging
Oh,
on
it
to
was
the
catching on the tool.
yes,
Yeah, I can see
yes.
that. I can see that.
So I actually went barefoot during evening gown, and no one knew. If I didn't tell you, no one would know.
Absolutely not. I mean, I only saw the pictures. Of course, I wasn't there. But then you had on a beautiful D'Angelo. I might have to borrow that. Uh, you had on a really gorgeous, custom-made D'Angelo gown, and you wore
Mhm.
it two ways. So, did the skirt piece detach, or how did that go?
So there's
Because
a
it
another
wasn't two separate dresses.
no, but there's a part the part that looks like the skirt
Mhm.
actually went over my head and went over the dress, and then the
Ah,
tulle goes underneath it. But I
yes, yes.
primarily wore it the other way just because it was my it was actually I don't know something about the flow, and then I had my boot, and I was like, you know what, I'll wear it for a little bit, but I wore it primarily the
Just
long
as a
way.
gown. Oh,
Mermaid, yeah.
it was absolutely stunning. And as I have no idea. Like I'm competing for Miss Caribbean in July, and I have no clue. I still have yet to even start getting my things together, but I'm just going to continue to pray. I'm a huge procrastinator, so I'm gonna continue to pray that it all just pulls together
It
for
will.
for
It will.
June.
It will. It will.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So, how many titles, Janelle, do you have?
Who? Let's see. Let me see. I started pageantry in 2016. So I competed in Miss Full Figure North Carolina. So I had one, so I had gotten that title. And then, numerous awards. Then I had gotten my first national title in 2018, which was American Beauty's Plus Woman for women
American's Beauty. Yeah.
ages 40 to 49. So it was that division within the American Beauty's Plus pageants under Royal Productions. And then the National Sorority Pageant, I was the inaugural Queen Eminence. So the National Sorority Pageant was a brand new pageant, and I was the face of the pageant until last Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. Until you handed over your title. Yeah.
I did. And in the process of that, I was named director and was given a new title, which is Queen of Queens, which is like the ultimate lifetime title within productions.
Wow.
So that's
Congratulations for that. So you have
thank you.
a lot ahead of you, being now you are the director of this pageant system. So is this something that you kind of hold for a year and it's automatically given to the next person? Or
No, actually, no, I'm the director. And it's
so
funny,
that's it?
that's it. Unless something changes, but no, but I'm the director.
Okay.
And it's funny when I was given this title, which was in 2019, I had no idea that I would eventually be given the role as a director. But of course, over time and just working with Natasha Monique Coleman, the CEO, it, that was the opportunity given to me. So the National Sorority Pageant that took place last Friday was actually produced by me.
So you were already working even though you didn't have the official title.
Right, right.
Wow. I can't imagine all the work that is about to be bestowed upon you with this title, because it's what's I mean, there's so many sororities. Like how does that go? So you have one per state, one per like sorority branch, or
So
how
it's pretty open. So basically, you will represent your state, your division, and your sorority. So the divisions are Miss MISS, so 20 to 29, Ms. and up, and then Mrs. So you
okay.
would represent your state, your sorority, and your division. So you can have more than one person from
More
the
than
same
one.
sorority competing, because they may not necessarily be in the same state or the same division. So that's fine.
Oh, okay. So that's good for the people to know that, you can have more than one state. And I always tell people, in a pageant, you don't compete against the girl. You are actually just pushing yourself outside of your box. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah, and I've learned that from, the one pageant that I've done. It wasn't me competing against the other women. It was me competing against myself, because that was the first time I've ever done something like that.
And
And
that's where
it's
we
just
met.
that is when we met.
That's
Yep.
how we met.
Full
Yep.
Figured USA. We
Mhm.
participated, or we competed in 2017,
Mhm.
you know, and I never felt that I was competing against my sister. I never felt that way. It was always love, and we trying to encourage each other, and we, embracing each other through our tears and fears, because there's so when we walk out on that stage, everyone might not know, but trust and believe, every woman that comes out on that stage is nervous as heck.
Mhm.
Probably been the first time they doing something like this, and we are smiling through each and every one of our fears.
Yes, and I truly believe pageantry is a sisterhood.
Yeah,
Very much so. And I have gained so many new family members and new sisters
that's true.
from pageantry. I mean, that's how we met, and how I've met some other wonderful people and been able to, collaborate and do quite a few things. So I'm really blessed, because
Yeah.
I would have never expected to do pageantry. This was not something that was in the cards for me years ago, and now I'm like, wow.
And now you can't get enough. Now you're a director. You've competed so many times. But that's
Mhm.
like the perfect segue into your book.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
Dr. Janelle Simmons has written a book, Waste Does Not Equal Worth. And
Mhm.
I bought this book. I bought it years ago. I know that for sure. It's all tatted up at the ends and everything. But so I bought it years ago, and she was so kind enough to autograph it for me and things like that. But there were so many things in this book that I would have never ever thought that you have been through, or we have related onto another level, such as this. And you even mentioned in your book that we shouldn't keep quiet about the things that we're going through, that we need to be transparent.
Yes, and I felt like I needed to be transparent, and because so many people, of course, did not realize some of the things I went through. They just thought, "Oh, well, you're beautiful. You don't have any problems. You're fine." When I had lots of problems and really struggled with my
Yeah.
self-worth over the years. I mean, I only really began to love myself in 2016. So, I mean, that's only what,
I,
5 years
on
ago?
the, that's just right around the corner. That was just then. That was just then. And I actually went to an event last year, and I told, we had like a group sit down session with a group of women, and I said, I'm just starting to love, or I'm just starting to learn to love, something like that.
Mhm.
I said, and they were like, wow,
Yeah,
because we feel like we are going through the worst of it, and we feel that we are totally alone.
right.
We never ever ever think that somebody else could be going through this particular thing.
Yep.
So instead of looking for help, we isolate ourselves even more, and we
Mhm.
put ourselves even more in, I don't want to say to build up a guard, but we build up such a wall.
We sure do.
You it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I don't know. I dog eared a couple things that I wanted to talk about
Okay.
in the book. Just to touch on a couple of the things. You have a chapter that's called "The Power of the Tongue,"
Mhm.
and how we need to be positively affirming ourselves on a daily basis. Because if you continue to say every day, you can't, you can't, you can't, you can't, trust me, you're not. You're not even gonna look for a way. You're not gonna try to figure it out. You're not. And a lot of us do that.
Exactly. I think, every time we say something negative, it affects us. Every time we say something positive affects us. So knowing that, you have to keep saying those positive words. The more you say it, the more you will believe it. And I think that's really how it works. I don't want to necessarily say fake it till you make it, but you have to really, every morning or every evening, you know, look in the mirror and, say those self affirmations. I am beautiful. I am, special. I am wanted. I am enough.
That one right there
Hmm.
is very powerful
Yeah.
because on so many occasions I've personally felt that I wasn't enough. So I can relate to that. You know what I mean? Especially when life starts to happen, no one kind of teaches you how to navigate through this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a learn as you go process, and sometimes you falling down and you just can't get to hell back up.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, and it's so hard. It's so, it's easier to encourage somebody else. It's easier to motivate somebody else, but you don't even see yourself worth it to
Hmm.
encourage your own self.
You're right. You're right.
I, and I don't even know, could you ever break the cycle? Like, I don't even know if that cycle could ever be broken because everyone has their own road to travel.
And everyone always wonders about, wants that we get to that destination. But sometimes the most important part is that journey. So
Mm,
embrace the journey and trust the process. Rome wasn't built in a day. You
mm-hmm.
know, it took me a very long time before I loved myself. And it may take some folks less time, but never,
Right. You got
never
to
think
trust the
that your
process.
journey doesn't matter and it doesn't mean anything. Everyone's journey is going to be different.
Absolutely. And you even sought out therapy. Like,
Hmm.
you even sought out therapy.
Oh yes, I did. I did. I needed it. And I
Yeah.
strongly recommend that when if we needed to speak to someone. It's a big taboo in our community to
Oh, yeah.
even seek,
Huge.
to seek
Huge.
counseling. But I think it's something that I strongly recommend, and and I think it will be very helpful, as part of this journey to self love. And I'm trying to gain an understanding as to why you did the things that you did. Like I
Right.
know I felt like I needed a man to validate me, and I had to really, dig deep and talk about that with my therapist. You know, you know, it's so many of us
And it,
look for
listen,
men to validate us and engage in behaviors that can be dangerous because they think, oh well, if I do this, oh he's gonna love me, or he's gonna stay with me, you know.
and it has nothing to do with you having daddy issues or anyone
No.
having daddy issues, because I know you were very involved with your dad. He was very involved. So just to show that you can get to that level of needing that validation from a man, it's not like you were missing it, is what I'm trying to say.
Not at
So it's
all.
not that you were missing it from childhood or anything like that, because unfortunately, you lost your dad, but he was very, very, positive role model in your life. And
Yeah.
my dad is, but at one point, yeah, you were looking for that validation from a man.
Yeah. And my dad wasn't always perfect, but over the years, you just change and you just grow. And he was my buddy. And I miss him dearly because
I
his
know.
passing was, somewhat sudden. And just knowing that he's watching me now, um,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, there's a situation. I didn't doggy ear that page, but Janelle, in your book, you referred to you having a sexy, positive moment with your boyfriend at the time. Okay, so, and I'm
Yeah.
sure all of us, if for all my plus size ladies on the line or thick ladies or whatever you want to call it, who's watching. So, in the book, Janelle prepared a lovely evening for her and her boyfriend. She bought some lingerie. Okay. She bought some lingerie and thought she was, not thought, but she was looking cute.
Mhm.
And so he came to the door. And what did he do, Janelle?
Laugh. He
He
laughed.
laughed. He laughed at you in your lingerie.
He laughed. Yes. He laughed.
We all been there. We all been there.
Yeah. And I was just like, and then he was like, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. But I'm like, really? Like, I don't know. It just really, that was hard. That took a lot out of me to even
Exactly. You done went
do
out your
that, to get
comfort
laughed at.
zone. You done went out your comfort zone trying to, be all the woman that you can be to him and satisfy. And he laughed at you like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so who was he seeing before? That makes you question, like, all I'm wearing is different clothing. So who were you seeing before?
Well, he was someone that at the time, and I think this is where I dealt, some of that self-esteem came in, where he was used to dating more of like as he said, the Selma Hayek. So, some of the smaller, more curvier women.
Mm.
But yeah, but I will say that I did, years later, of course, I did talk about that incident. We did have opportunity to discuss that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Was he a little bit better? Was he a little bit more positive about the
He
situation?
apologized.
Like,
Part of him kind of didn't remember it, but he apologized if he made me feel any type of way. Um,
right.
but but yeah, I actually took that moment, a few years later to actually just talk about and process.
Yeah, yeah. I
It was rough
wow.
because it's like after that, it's like I don't want to wear lingerie. I mean, now I would, but it's like,
But it doesn't, you don't even, like, at that point, you're not even doing it for you. You're doing it for them. I don't like lingerie. I mean, I'll wear it, but it's just not my thing. I think it's a waste of time because you don't even stay in it for 5 minutes or
pretty
4
much,
minutes. So
pretty much.
I'm like, listen, I could use that money for something else. I mean, I have a couple pieces, but it's not my thing. I just rather be naked.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's it. But of course, so let's continue. But I want to read, and I'm going to read it verbatim because I like the fact that you did it. Now, to end the book, you wrote a letter to yourself.
I did a love letter.
You wrote a love letter to yourself. And it's not that long, so I'm going to read it for you guys. And like I said, this book was published in 2018, 19. And I don't even know how long before then that she actually wrote the love letter. But I think it was so sweet to hear her talk to herself in the way that she did. So
Mhm.
she wrote, "Dear Jay, Happy Valentine's Day. I wanted to let you know that you're amazing. You're not the woman I knew a few years ago. You're taking risks that many can only dream of. You're vibrant, determined, and letting the world see what you got. Don't be afraid to toot your own horn because, honey, you're doing the thing. I love the new you. You are worthy and deserving of all of God's blessings. You are beautiful inside and out. You give love to everyone around you. There are some that won't reciprocate, and that's okay. There is someone special watching and preparing himself for you at this very moment. He knows he cannot half step when it comes to you. He needs to come correct or not come at all. I know a relationship is not at the top of your list, but trust me, he's watching. I see you rolling your eyes, and she gives a LOL to herself. I don't think you realize how impactful and powerful you are. When you speak, people listen. When you enter a room, people stop and stare. You keep saying you're just trying to get your life like everyone else. But honey, you got your life. You may not have everything you want, but you definitely have everything you need. And there are other things in store. Hope you're ready to receive them. Your dad is smiling and telling everyone in heaven how proud he is of you. I know he's been in your dreams, guiding you every step of the way. That necklace of his you wear every day brings you even closer as he feels the passion through your heartbeat. Your family and friends are cheering you on. Some slightly envious, but that hasn't gotten to the level you achieve. Don't worry about letting anyone down. You're always thinking about others, Jay. But you have to focus. This is your season. You have a bus filled with dreams and aspirations. Those who are truly with you will board the bus. Those who aren't will smell the burnt rubber of the tires as you head to your destination.
Hmm.
My final words to you are this, and they are very simple. I love you, and I will continue to love you until my last breath. From your friend for life, the Curvy Doc. And that is
Yeah.
how she ended her book with a love letter to herself, encouraging herself and reminding herself of the love that she has.
Hmm.
That was, to me, that was the best part of the book, Jay.
Yeah, that was hard for me to write. Can I tell you that was the hardest part? I had some tears when I wrote it, but I thought it was so important that I posted that. I also had put it on my website, so it was originally a blog post, and then I looked at it and I'm like, I really need to put this in the book because it it just brought up so much emotion, and I had to, you got to remind yourself, you are special. You are wonderful. You're
Yeah.
beautifully and wonderfully made. And what is for you is for you.
Who you telling? I'll give you
Okay.
snaps on that. I'll give you snaps on that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So even when it comes to other, relationships and, other things, it will come. It will come.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on from the book because there's so many things that we want to talk about with Janelle.
Okay.
But you guys, honestly and truly, if you want, you can get the book on Amazon, right, Janelle?
Yes, it's on Amazon.
You can get the book on Amazon. She talks about, her going to therapy, her experiencing not feeling worth it, not feeling worthy,
Hmm.
from when she booked her first deal as a virgin to the industry. And I'm going to say a virgin, and she booked a contract, but she definitely, brings you into how she kind of gets to a place of self-love.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you got it is a beautiful read, and then she even gives you space to make notes in the back and stuff like that, so you can definitely write in the book. I've underlined a couple things for myself in the book and things of that nature. But
Yes.
let's swoop into your sorority life and that
Okay.
whole sisterhood. So you are a member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your experience of being in a sorority, because I'm curious because I love the sense of sisterhood. Being an only child, I didn't have any, so any opportunity I could get to be around positive women, I'm for it. Okay.
Yeah, well, I've been a member for 14 years, but I'm a legacy. My sister is a member, so I watched her as, she, was just like going to events, and I used to visit her in college because there's a big age gap between the two of us. We're like 10 years apart.
Um.
So I got
Mm-hmm.
to observe and watch her, and I was like, okay, I like this. And I just it's a great way, you know, with networking. I think it's great with networking, community service. Definitely, many of my sorors have become like my family and my best friends. And it's definitely been great. Since I've been doing a lot of, traveling, I've been modeling and doing pageantry, I haven't gotten to see them as much as I would like, but it's great to be able to chat with them and also with the pandemic too. But been able to chat with a few and support their businesses and such. I had a rough weekend right before the pageant, and one of them looked out for me.
Nice.
You know, gave me a little something to drink. Be like, here, take this.
Something to drink, yes. A little sip always makes you feel a little better.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Even if
and
it's just
just
monetary.
right. So it's been great. I really have enjoyed being a member. We celebrated 100 years last year in 2020, which was phenomenal to be around so many people in Howard
Right.
University, because it was founded at Howard University. So we were all on the campus at midnight, and
Okay.
it was just amazing. But I definitely enjoy the sisterhood, the service, the connections. And as I was saying before we got started, it's never too late. And what I like is that there's so many different kinds of, different types of sororities. So even with the National Sorority Pageant, you could be a member of any sorority, and or I should say, Order of the Eastern Star, which is not a sorority,
Oh
but
yeah, no, it's not.
is
Yeah.
very highly regarded and respected as an organization for women. So they are eligible to compete as well. We
Listen,
have,
I don't understand that order, the Eastern Star, but that's a whole other conversation. My best friend is a member, and I asked her, like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, what is it about? And she could never tell me. So I never ever, it's such a secret, and I don't like secrets. And
oh,
I need to know what I'm
organization.
walking into. So if you can't tell me something off the break, honey, we ain't going. Okay. Devin
Mm.
is not a follower. Devin is definitely a leader. And as long as we can still be friends, you can stay over there.
But there with all organizations like that and sororities and such, there is a level of
I
discretion.
know, but she not able to say nothing. I just have to, like, I feel like I need to sign my name on the dotted line before I get what I need to know. That's another conversation though, but I love my sister. But so it's not too late. So you can join a sorority at any age, because I know some sororities have like an alumni chapter
Yeah,
kind of thing.
some have alumni chapters, yes. And yeah, and there's all different kinds. So there are band sororities, there are sororities for those who are plus size. So there's a plus size sorority. There are
Oh, I
Christian
didn't know that.
sororities. Yeah, so there are so many sororities. There's military sororities, nursing sororities. So it has definitely expanded over the years. Um, so
Nice.
almost where there's something for just about everyone.
I'm gonna have to look into that, but oh yes, ain't for me. I'm gonna have to look into that. All right, so I wanted to know, from when you wrote the book to now, like, how have you just evolved, and what advice would you give to an individual? It doesn't have to be a woman, but an individual who's suffering from self-esteem issues.
I would say, in order to move forward, you have to let things go from your past. And I
Mm,
actually that was one of my chapters. And I think we're so stuck about what happens and what happened to us that we can't move forward. So I think that's one of the toughest things is removing yourself from the past and not looking back. Um, so that's one of the things that I would definitely tell you. Just keep pushing
keep
ahead, keep
pushing.
moving forward. And communication is very important, whether it's communicating to a therapist or to a friend, or if someone is saying something that you don't appreciate when it comes to appearance and looks. Speaking up, I think, is so important. Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you have conflict, definitely speaking up for resolution is important.
yes.
But I want to take a break because I did promise that we were going to give away.
Oh, yes.
Um,
I saw that and I was like, well, shoot, I need
I
one.
did say we were. Oh, I was Okay, you got it. Well, after this, I'll get
Yay!
your box. I could do that as you're my guest.
Oh,
I
I'm
would be
honored here.
remiss.
I'm just so proud of you. You have grown as the plus size groupie. So yes.
Thank you. Amazing. All right, so let's see who I told people that they had to go and like the groupie page now. I don't know if they followed instructions. So let me look and see who's here that liked the page. All right. Comments. All right. So I don't know what's inside. Like I said to everyone, these are the Goddess goodie boxes. They are from a previous guest, Miss Lola Pierre. I did see her commenting on here earlier. I don't know if she's still on, but Miss Lola Pierre's new project is the Goddess Goodie Box. Now, this is the Goddess Goodie Box mini. There's also the big one that I opened, when she was on the show, and it had like 10 or 12 things in there, Janelle. It was really nicely put together,
Ooh.
So if she's still on, she could definitely put her IG in the comments. I think it's goddess underscore experience underscore something like that, but it is called the Goddess Experience. And our first, she says she's there. And our first box,
Drum roll.
and drum roll, goes to Kiba Thomas. Okay, Kiba Thomas. So
Ooh.
congratulations on your goodie box. Just inbox me your address and I will send it straight to you. But if you want to try out the bigger one, definitely support Lola Pierre on IG under Goddess Experience. Let me see if she did put it down here. Lola, put your IG there so I can say. So, okay. So that was one. We have a couple more that we are giving away before the interview. Oh, it's at goddess underscore experience underscore. So if you'd like to order your goodie box or get one specially made for you and your loved one, you can definitely do that through Lola Pierre. All right. So let me look at my questions here, honey. All right, I asked you that. Da, 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 da. All right, so we are both from Caribbean descent or nationalities or whatever you want to call it. And we both share a love for carnival.
Yes.
Okay. So since the COVID, we have not been able to participate in carnival. And I don't know if we'll be able to participate in it this year, but girl, do you miss carnival or
Yes. Yes. I do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm very disappointed, but I understand we gotta be safe.
I have a tabanca.
Really?
For carnival? Listen, I go all the way out for carnival. Okay, that's my time to just let my hair down, enjoy myself, get a little messed up. But it's just not happening. I miss the music. I love, I miss going home for it because, I used to go to St. Thomas, my home. And I just miss the whole festivities of it, to get back in tune with our culture, because we kind of don't get that up here all the time.
No, and it's great to see that other states are doing it. Like North Carolina, I would have never expected North Carolina to have one. They actually have a couple. So it's yeah.
It has grown because a lot of states do. Texas has it. Atlanta has it. Of course, everybody know New York has it. Florida has it. Cities in Florida, Miami. I think Miami might have it this year, though, Janelle. I think Miami might have it, and if that's the case,
I'm going to Miami.
It's about to be lit. If that's the case, Miami is about to be more packed than when it was for spring break. I'm just letting y'all know. And I will be there. Hello.
I have family down there, so I may have to make that trip in October, I believe, if it's happening.
October. I think they're waiting for like 1 or 2 different signatures to make sure that everything is a go. But up to 2 weeks ago, they were like they're 90% sure that it might happen. So
Wow.
keep advised because I'm sure we got to get those airline tickets. We got to be there. We got to get
Yes.
there. We got to be
Yes.
there. So now, are you planning on any other pageants? Anything upcoming?
Right now, I'm probably gonna just take a little break. I might, I don't know. Maybe I'll do the Prevailing Queens pageant again next year once my foot's better. But my goal right now is to really just grow the National Sorority Pageant.
National.
We've had so much interest, and I'm just really excited about that. And just take it easy.
Yeah,
And really work
you
on it
have
from
your work
that.
cut out for you with this whole director title.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. And that's a lot of work. And you know the pageant that the platform that we met on, Miss Full Figured USA,
Hmm.
is big, but now that is a whole nother beast, honey.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
a whole nother
Yes.
beast. So I congratulate you on your title. I know you're gonna do an amazing job because
Thank you.
you're the bomb. Like you're the bomb.com.
Thank
I would
you.
say, oh, you fat. Because I know you fat. In a
That's
good
right.
way.
Okay.
Fat meaning people powerful, humble, ambitious, and talented. I just want to thank you so much for coming on my show. I hope that you have impacted our guests and viewers just as how you've impacted me, just watching you throughout the years and, just staying beautiful and positive as you are. Would you like to say anything to our guests in closing?
Well, I just want to say again, thank you, Devin. And I'm so proud of you and seeing what you've
Girl.
done. Oh my goodness. And it's just nice to, be able to connect and everything come full circle for both of us.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
feel free to follow me on Instagram, Doc. I also have a page on Facebook, a model page, Janelle the Curvy Doc Simmons. Um, follow the National Sorority Pageant, and I think you'll see some more from me on the author side. So just be on the
Oh
lookout.
yeah. That'd be nice. That'd be so
Yeah.
nice. Okay. But I'm here for it. I support my sisters and I support as many, many, many people as I can because I'm so proud. Like, like I said before, there were things that I felt like I couldn't do for myself. And I started in this role by supporting others and seeing them do, and that's what encouraged me and uplifted me to, just keep pushing. I've been around for a long, long time, but I haven't been doing anything because I didn't find the love within myself and I didn't feel like I could do it. So now I'm finally in this space where I feel like I can do it. And all the years of supporting and believing and loving and showing love to so many other people is just coming full circle for me myself. So that's how you can say, like, Devin, I've seen where where you've come from, because there's been a lot of times where I just did not feel like I had that worth,
Yeah.
So definitely, like Janelle said, trust the process, live through the process. It's your journey,
Yep.
so yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap up because the show's supposed to be a half an hour because I don't like to take up too much time from anybody, but we do have more goodie boxes to give away. And I see a couple people here, so let's go and give the next one. All right, let's give the next one to Miss Sharonda Wheeler.
Woo!
Yeah, she said that's a beautiful affirmation when I was reading your closing. So definitely they're tuning in. And then let's give up the last one because I have to send one for Janelle too, girl.
Yes. I can't wait.
All right. So if you are a winner. Oh, okay. So we have 3. Okay. All right, and we'll give the last one to Miss Shakira Christopher, congratulations. You're a winner of a Goddess
Woo!
Goodie Box Mini from my awesome friends, Miss Lola Pierre. So just inbox me those addresses and I'll get them out to you as soon as possible. Hopefully, I'll send them out on the weekend. But I just want to say, Janelle, thank you, thank you, thank you. It just worked out so well that today is National Pageant Day. I have
Yeah.
a true and honest queen here with me. We're both wearing our sashes.
Yes.
And I just love you and I just
I love you
congratulate you.
too.
And I look forward to seeing everything that you're getting ready to do. All right. So I
Thank
can't I
you.
can't
Thank you
join
so
your
much.
pageant though. I'm not a Sora, so I can't join your pageant.
But we have other pageants in Royal Production. So I'm one of 7. So
Yeah, so that's why I put on my big hair because pageantry is about big hair. We're gonna take it back down south where they got big
yes.
bouffant hair and things.
Mhm.
So I put my
Mhm.
big hair on. But I just want to play a video one more time. Everybody just
Okay.
make sure you follow Janelle on all her platforms. Janelle Curvy Doc Simmons. Oh, wait a minute. You just trademarked your name.
I did. I did.
I might have to do that with the plus size groupie.
Yes. Yes. Do it.
I
Do it.
I
Do it.
might
Do
need
it.
a I need you might need you to walk. Was it a tiring process?
It was long.
It was?
Yeah, it took me a while. And also it's because I tried to do it by myself and then I had to get a lawyer involved because I wasn't sure exactly what I was supposed to be doing. But it's not that expensive to do it. It's a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
But it took about over a year to do.
Really? From
Mhm.
filing to end, a year? Like, is it because of COVID or that's just the normal
No,
processing time?
the process, yeah, it takes a few months.
Wow.
And then
So
depending
it's
on
best
if you did it correctly, it could extend the process. So yeah.
so it's advised that you just hire an attorney to get that done. Don't go on like legal Zoom and try to do it yourself.
You might be able to do LegalZoom. I just didn't do anything. I did it myself, and then I had to get someone involved because I was confused about something, and I had to read through some parts of it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that because my name, that's my brain. That's my baby right there.
Yes,
So
yes,
I
I
might just
definitely
have to do it.
recommend it. Recommend it.
Yeah.
Trademark it.
Yeah, you're right. All right, you guys. So thanks to Dr. Janelle Simmons, pageant director, model, author, sister, friend, amazing, amazing lady. And we just thank her for being on Ooh, You Fat, meaning powerful, humble, ambitious, and talented. See you guys.
Bye.
All right. Wait. I want to play a video. I don't care.
Okay.
This is my show. I could do it. I could do it.
Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I need her in my life.
And with that, we are out of here. See you guys on the next rendition of Ooh, You Fat, meaning powerful, humble, ambitious, and talented. I just wanted to let you guys know on the 22nd is our virtual toy party. Look out for the flyer dropping again and again and again. Until then, we had to change the vendor for that. It'll be now with Miss Samara. She is on IG. She is a poet. She actually is a pussy poet, like from that whole vagina monologue thing. But we'll get into who she is on the show. And she's going to be showing us some toys and things. And then for Mother's Day month of May, we have 2 great guests. Sakina Beverett or Sakina B of Iani Couture and another pageant sister of mine who's doing great things with the community. Danita, Greg, her last name is so, blame the heart and not the head, y'all. But Danita's going to be with us. We also have Sharonda, who was on with us today. She's going to be on the show. She is the president of Newark Pride. So we have a whole lot of things getting into here on Ooh, You Fat. So stay tuned for it. Also, support me as I continue to on this journey towards the pageant in July 22nd, on July 22nd for Miss Full Figured USA Caribbean. Tickets will be out soon. And I'll be posting more about it. So stay abreast to that whole thing. And love you guys. The Plus Size Groupie loves you guys. Stay tuned for the next show. And I'll see you the next time. Bye.